Hi, welcome to this video on MS SQL covering aggregate functions on more than one column and the having clause. So on screen you can see I've got a select that has two aggregate functions summarizing against the FT folder column, and it runs and returns this data. There is another column in here called Rarity. So what I want to do is I want to break down each of these folders by rarity and return a further breakdown of the count and the amount based on the rarity of each folder. So I can add that column here. I'm now summarizing by two columns, these two. So if I try and run this now, I'm going to get an error. And what it says is you're summarizing now by another column here. You need to add it to the group by. So that's fine. So I will add it comma separated to my group by clause, and I run that and it runs. Now you've got folders listed numerous times for each rarity type and then an individual count based on rarity of each folder. Now I can also do, maybe I want to ignore where the colorless is 0. So I want to filter on this aggregate column here. And I can do that by using the having clause. So if I put having, I can then insert an aggregate column here. And I can say, because this aggregate value returns a number, I can put a calculation in there to say this value, the result of this, is greater than a number. So we'll say it's not 0, it's greater than 0. If I run that, it now hides all of those zeros and only returns where this value is greater than 0. Now I've got here group by, having, and order by, and you've got to have them in this order. These three commands have got to be in a particular order. So I can't have my order by before my group by. I get errors here. If I try and run it, it says, well, it just says incorrect syntax. You have to have them in this order. I can't have my having prior to my group by, or even after my order by. They've got to be in this order: group by, having, and order by. The easiest way to remember that is they are alphabetical: G, H, and O. That's the order that these three have got to be in order for them to run correctly. Now I'm going to get rid of my having to show you one more thing. So this is returning all of the data, summarizing on folder, then rarity. So actually I'm only interested in going back to the folder summary. I want to get rid of the rarity. So if I get rid of it here and I run it, it hasn't actually done that. I don't have the rarity column anymore, but it's still summarizing by rarity, which is a bit strange. The reason it's doing that is because you're still grouping by that column. So you need to get rid of that from the group by command, press execute, and then it tidies everything up and only summarizes by that column. So if ever your data looks like it's returning too much or grouping by too much, check your group by command. That's the end of this video. I hope it was helpful.